Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round 25 review, and as you can see, another pretty damn solid round of Supercoach action, scoring 1,445 points. Back-to-back 1,400s, you cannot complain about that. Again, it was another week where I wasn't expecting huge green arrows. Just a high scoring, like, it's been a couple of very high-scoring weeks as a whole, like big scores, a lot of popular options scoring well. This week was maybe it was a bit of opposite to last week. Obviously, last week, it was a centre wing that did most of the damage, and I mean, I guess the fullbacks as well. But this week, we'll get through it, but the centre wing is bit trash. But the rest of the team definitely pulled its load. So yeah, we jumped up another 295 spots. I mean, got to be happy with it at this stage of the season. You can't expect to be making massive moves this week though. With restings on the cards, like I don't think restings are necessarily going to affect me too much, but I could be in a little bit of bother this week. We'll get into it. But depending on team lists, I could be in a little bit of trouble with a couple of positions, but we'll have a look at it. We still have a couple of trades left, so worst comes to worst, we might have to use them early. But let's have a look how she went on the weekend. So starting out the dummy halves, Jane Brayley, 40 points. I mean, I'll take it. It's not a 20, it's not a 30, but it was just a bit unfortunate because this week was the week that Harry Grant decided to go monstrous. Thank the Lord, I was worried for a second that he wasn't going to take him off, but thankfully Grant I think he came off with about 15 minutes to go, 15-20, so thank God for that. Otherwise, it could have been a lot worse. He scored about 130, if you don't mind. Yeah, I mean, Grant, he's still the few dummy half players that does have that high ceiling, and yeah. But the good news, hopefully he does get a rest this week, which still pretty good average over 2 weeks. Still be 65 average, but it'll be a bit of a bit of a trouble for people that are relying on Harry Grant. So yeah, they obviously got Wishart there who can cover. It'll be interesting to see what they do. There's talk that they're going to rest like mass players, but we'll see what the team is looking like. It could be good for our Cowboys that are taking on the Storm this week. Obviously, coming into this back end of the stage, like the Cowboys' run against the Storm this game was looking pretty rough, but if the Storm rests a bunch of players, then our boy Val Holmes could have a juicy little matchup. But yeah, Brayley 40, we'll take it. It is what it is. Semi-Finu 86. Oh, Samuela Finu. This is what Supercoach is all about, dude. It's such a fine line between being salty and ecstasy, man. Like, Finu scoring literally the last play of the game, it doesn't get much better than that as an owner. I mean, on the flip side, if I sat Finu this week, obviously I wasn't going to, but if I was, and he scored like right on the buzzer, it'd be so frustrating. But if you play him and they score, it doesn't get much better than that. I could just see it happening too. Azza Papali'i getting through. He had the arm free. I could see the offload happening, and I thought, Finu's out this way. I didn't see him, but the offload came. Finu grabbed it. He still had some work to do, so it was a great try, and we will take the 86 points. Again, I can't be annoyed, but when Finu went 86, I was like, okay, here we go. We have a chance here to make up some ground on the other front row options, like hopefully Tarpany and Vanor Blake, score lowish, like even like 50-60. But no, of course, Tarpany had to have more goddamn attack, so he scored about a ton. Vanor Blake, I don't know what he ended up, probably like 70 odd, just in like base and offloads and whatnot, but yeah, still solid. Liam Henry, we had to play obviously this week, 42 points. I was I didn't get to see the second half of this Panthers game, and then I saw that Henry wasn't scoring any points. I was checking the stats, and then I looked on the Nrl site, and yeah, he got taken off for a head knock, and I was like, "Come on, dude, do not do this to me. I cannot have Liam Henry be out with a head knock." But thankfully, he came back and scored pretty well. I mean, 42. How many minutes did he end up playing with that head knock? Okay, so he played the same minutes. He's an absolute worker. I mean, a couple of lower scores, but generally 30 minutes, he's going to get 40 points. I would love... It'd be fucking nice if he got bumped up to 40 minutes, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again, I still think Henry could be a very solid option for the last couple of games, depending on what forwards they rest, if they rest any. I don't know. The Panthers are a weird one now, because obviously they're a sniff of missing out on the top 4. So I don't know if Penrith actually rest that many players, if any, going into the last couple of rounds. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see team lists for this game, and then also obviously round 27. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Penrith are going to do now. But as you can see, the front row, this is what I was talking about. The front row is looking a little scuffed. So I think the bad news is that Payne Haas, I'm pretty sure they already ruled him out of this week. I don't know. I'm still praying that maybe in team list he makes a miraculous recovery and plays this week, because I think Curran also is not going to play this week. Fine, he's on a bye, and fucking dude, imagine if Henry. If his head knock, it was like a Cat 1 and he missed this week, can you imagine I would have no front row? Oh, it'd be funny. I'm not going to lie. It'd be very, very funny if we had literally 0 front rowers. And they're all high price too. We'd have fucking over $2 million just not playing in the front row. It would be heartbreaking and hilarious at the same time. But hopefully Henry plays big minutes this week. I don't know. The current one, I think I saw that they're saying I think similar to Haas, they sort of already ruled him out of this week. But Kurt Mann obviously did his collarbone. I think he fractured his collarbone, so he's gone for a while. Max King, I know he's on a report. I don't know if he actually copped a suspension. I was sort of hoping he would, so they might have to rely on Curran, but we'll see what happens. Honestly, at the end of the day, if I've just got if I've literally just got Liam Henry in the front row this week, it can just be a free loop. It's not ideal. I don't know. Obviously team list will give us a better indication, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I still don't want to. I don't want to make a trade in the front row. I really don't want to. After digging my heels in for so long, I really don't want to fucking bring in a front rower for the last 2 rounds of the season. But yeah, we'll toss it up. The back row. So Ali Katoa again scored well, 86. For Fifita, only 42. Yeah, not his best game for Fifita. Not his best game. He did he go off with a head knock? Yeah, he only played the 58 minutes. I don't know. He was off the field, I think, for a while with that head knock. He copped a bit of a knock. So, yeah, not great. But, I mean, it was against the Roosters. As you can see, our boy Fermor. Fuck, I should just play Fermor, dude. I mean, he's just too damn good. Yeah, Fermor. Killing it. He's been literally... I really didn't expect Fermor, at the start of the season. He was, out of all, these mid-range back rowers, he didn't start out the worst. There were definitely some worse, but he was definitely pretty bad to start, and I thought he's got to go pretty soon. But he's turned into, literally one of the most consistent back rowers. He's been immense. So he'll be a very handy number for the last couple of rounds if we need him. Again, he's a tough play just because, I mean, he's been killing it. So maybe I should just play him, but it is what it is. Hamoli Olakwatu, 58. It could have been more. It could have been a lot more. Obviously, cop the sin bin, cop -10, cop 10 minutes off the field for, come on. It wasn't a sin bin, but he got done. So that's, yeah, dude, Olakau'atu, he could have really made people pay that got rid of him, but honestly, the people that traded him out are just loving it. Like, he hasn't really done anything since he's come back, so yeah, disappointing for Olakau'atu there. Angus Crichton finally hit back with a triple. I think, he got a hat-trick, 132 points, killed it. Yeah, I mean, he was bound to get some attack eventually. Like, the right hand side was dominating possession basically for the last month or so. Crichton on the left was getting very little footy, but finally got a little bit of an opening, and Crichton just, absolute gun. So very good to see. Brendan Nickera again. He's been. Since, most people brought him in, he's been great. Like, he started let's just have a look at his score. Like, I don't know what's happened. I honestly don't know what's happened. You could say that, who his partner was inside of him. Obviously, it's flipped around a bit, but his form at the start of the year just wasn't that good, regardless. Like, the scoring and just the form. Look at the scores. They're pretty trash. He scored 93 and a 70, but a lot of 40s, like 25, 42, 52, 44. And then basically from round 14, 62 against Bronx, fine. 120, 79, 92, 96. Couple of 40s on the trot. People were a little bit worried. And I think a few people would have sold him, just, trying to target upside guys. And then 96, 74, 98. He's been absolutely killing it. It's been a good draw. Like, he's had some good matchups to score those points. So, but yeah, Nickera has been very, very solid since coming back into form. Sammy Walker, our trade in for Cleary, 68 points. That's a Sam Walker special right there. It's his average. Like, should have known, dude. Like, he obviously has the ceiling, so I still like the trade, but yeah, you just knew, even when the Roosters go big, like, Walker can do. He didn't really have too much in this game. Obviously a lot of goal kicks, but not too many. Did he get a try assist? But yeah, not a whole lot of attack for Walker, so it could have been a lot bigger, but yeah, well, we'll take it. It's fine. Obviously, I'm happy I didn't go like DCE. He didn't have a great game, and also now he's got a couple of tough matchups. Dylan Brown, so I, like you would have known in the preview, I was tossing and turning, do I play Dylan Brown? I decided against it, and honestly, thank God I did. I just didn't have anyone to drop for him, honestly. It was like, my reserves, Crichton, Nickera, Kale Lero, and Tom Trbojevic, I was never going to drop any of those guys, so Dylan Brown we had to forego, and yeah, didn't have a great game. 40 points. He's been pretty lackluster. It's got to be said for a few weeks now. But thankfully, I haven't really played him, so it's been fine. Our boy Dane Laurie, 97 points. Oh, you love to see it. Again, I didn't see the second half of this one. So I've heard a lot of chat that Laurie had an absolute shocker on the wing, but all I saw was the points. They just kept going up, dude. He had like 4 line breaks. He did, like, early on, he did bomb that try. It was a good cover defense tackle, but like, he should have got there. Like, honestly, he should have got there. I was surprised he didn't get to the line before who we've made the tackle, I don't know, but I was a little surprised. Then he scored a little bit after, and then, yeah, line break. Like, he just racked up the points, 97. You love to see it. I don't know, what would I rate the trade in now? Like, if it just wasn't for that, dude, if it wasn't for that head, like, I know I've harped on about it a few times, but he could have literally been one of the most influential trade-ins, like, of all time. Like, really, like, I brought him in against the Dragons 50 points after 20 minutes. 50 points after 20 minutes, brother. Copped the head knock. Missed the next game where he had a great matchup. I think against the No, who was it? Who was it? I don't know. But he missed a great matchup. Then we got to play him against Para, 134. 40 against Melbourne. It is what it is. He copped another head knock, so he missed 10 minutes, but 40 points. And then 97. Like, it's still been a pretty good trade in. Now, the problem, then this is what I was talking about, I could be in a little bit of trouble because my front row is scuffed. And then the 5'8", so Lockie Galvin is on a bye. Also, I didn't play Galvin, 47 points. That's good. We did our sit starts pretty well, honestly. But Laurie, I don't know. There's a bit of talk that Taruva is going to come back into the side. Also, there was talk that Alan Motti's also going to come in, so I don't know, maybe Tungo gets a rest or gets dropped. Honestly, I think he's been pretty shit. But I think Laurie on the wing could be over. I don't get me wrong, there's a slight glimmer. There's a slight glimmer of hope that Dane Laurie maybe gets the 5'8" spot. Because Snyder, I didn't think Snyder was necessarily that bad, but there's also been a bit of talk that Snyder wasn't very good, and his spot's in a bit of is he going to be the 5'8" going forward with Cleary out? Also, the young guy, Jack Cole, injured himself in New South Wales Cup, so he's gone. So I am praying if Laurie gets the 5'8" spot, oh, dude, I'll be over the moon, because I think Laurie at 5'8" can score very, very well. Not quite as well at fullback, but I still think he can do some serious damage at 5'8". It's a pretty good matchup. They're taking on the Rabbits, a blue bet. Also, a part of me is still Dylan Edwards does not look fully fit. So this is what. Again, I don't know. The fact that they need to win these two games, pretty much. I mean, I don't know exactly. Maybe they only need to win one. They probably need to win two, honestly, to secure a top 4 spot. So, do they give Edwards a rest? I would fucking love if they give Edwards a rest and Dane Laurie played fullback, because, team list, we'll get a better idea. Hopefully, team list doesn't screw me too much. But yeah, the other restings, like I was talking about, with Storm resting players, honestly, Katoa getting rested, I would welcome it. I would welcome it, because I don't get a chance to play Fermor or somebody else that I'm happy to play. So yeah, we'll see what happens. The Penrith, I don't know. I honestly don't know what they're going to do with the team, because they're not looking great. It's got to be said. And even they've done it before. I know people have said they've done it before in previous seasons, they've gone off the boil a little bit with injuries for a couple of weeks in the back end, but then swung into action, and they could do it again. Cleary comes back week 1 of the finals. They could definitely do it again for sure, but they've definitely lost a fair bit of that just certainty about them, I would say. The team doesn't look nearly as good as it once did, which is obviously fair. So I don't know. I honestly, I don't know about too many restings for Penrith going forward. But again, Edwards is playing. He doesn't look fit. So surely give him a rest, bro. Give Edwards a damn rest. Put Laurie to fullback, please. And then the centre wing, like I said, the centre wing was pretty fucking trash this week. If the centre wing did what they did last week, holy, the scoring would have been out of control. And obviously, this would have been everybody's scoring would have been up, but wow, it would have been crazy. If Young got 100, Kiraz backed it up with a big one. But yeah, Kiraz 53, Young 35. Obviously, the right-hand side didn't really see much footy. Good to see Joey Manu also not scoring well, which is, I was very tempted to bring in Manu a few weeks ago. I'm very happy I did not. Ruben Garrick, 61. Obviously, I had the vice captaincy on Ruben Garrick. It was pretty much the Tommy Trbojevic show in that game, wasn't it? not quite, but it was like basically tripled the next highest scorer. Like it was a little crazy, the scoring. Like he was the only one who scored any points. Greggy Marju 38. I gotta be honest, I think he's dudded some points, bro. I don't know what they awarded him, but I thought Marju was really good this game. Obviously, he didn't get any like major attacking stats, but I don't know, for whatever reason this game, like I felt like the last couple of weeks he's looked a little banged up. He's looked a little not at his best, but this game he was actually running hard. He was busting tackles. I thought I don't know. I thought he was dudded some points in this one. Like I don't know how many they awarded him, but I think whatever they did, they definitely missed some tackle busts. Like he was carving up. He was carving up every tackle. So I think a little dudded there for our boy Greggy Marju. Speaking of fucking dudded, Kale Iro downgrading 19 points. Brother, it's still good. Don't get me wrong. Kale Iro, he's turned into like a absolute Supercoach gun. But he got taken the try assist off him. I think they gave it to fucking Trindle, but like, oh my god, dude, the try, like, again, he's almost scored a ton, but like, he did more work for the try assist than Trindle did. I just, it's one of those frustrating ones, especially when the points get downgraded. Like, if they don't award it at the time, fair enough. But if they already award it and then they take it away, like in updates, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there definitely is some. I feel like more with the dummy halves this year. Like I've been sort of happy with the dummy halves get try assists taken off them. Granted, it's been Grant a few times, but when the dummy half just passes it to a front rower and they do like the bulk of the work, like 10 meters out to score a try, yeah, they shouldn't get a try assist for that. Speaking of that, Tommy Trbojevic getting that try assist for who scored it? Was it Kohler who scored? It was early on in the game. I can't remember who scored it, but Tom Trbojevic literally he literally did nothing. He did nothing. But he got given the try assist for it, and I thought they might take it off him. He did downgrade a few points, but not enough to take the try assist. I can't remember. He might have passed it to Kohler, and then Kohler did a bit of work to set up the winger, I think, maybe. But I was looking at that like, fuck you, dude. Because I knew, obviously, I didn't captain Trbojevic or vice captain him, so I couldn't believe they gave it to him. He did literally nothing. He just... but yeah, the scoring, I mean, at the end of the day, it's always going to be a bit of a grey area with like try assists and whatnot. It's not set in stone, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. But yeah, Casey McLean, 21 points. Again, felt good. Didn't play him. I mean, all my sit starts were pretty good. I didn't play Brown, didn't play Galvin, didn't play McLean. I mean, I didn't play Fermor. I was never going to play Fermor over the other back rowers. Yes, we missed out on a few points, but I hate it when people do that. They'll look at like Fermor and Fafita and be like, man, I missed out on like 40 points playing Fafita over Fermor. It's like, brother, you would never fucking play Fermor over Fafita, so stop acting like you miss points. Like, it's just... That's not how it works. But yeah, I felt the sit stars were actually very, very solid this round. Definitely helped us quite a bit. And then, yeah, Tommy killed it. Tedesco, I was nervous because it could have been a huge swing. I don't know the figures for the captaincy, but I feel like it was probably pretty an even split between like Tommy and Tedesco for like captain versus captain. So Tommy getting like, he was on about 165 at the end of the game. I was a little worried because I mean Tedesco's been killing it, but every gun week you're due for like a low score, but thankfully it was not this game. Tedesco went fucking crazy and he scored another 130. I mean, goddamn, it's back to like 2019. They're both averaging like 90 points, going ballistic. So yeah, we didn't miss out on too many points. I mean, we missed out on a few, yes, but I was happy with the Garrick vice captain. Obviously that didn't pan out, but yeah, Tedesco killed it, so we were fine. So yeah, looking forward, Looking forward, obviously, Val Holmes coming back. That is great to see. Who do the Knights play? God damn, they play the fucking Titans. Okay. I mean, obviously, you play Holmes. Ruben Garrick against the Doggies. Stephen Crichton will be out, which is good. I mean, you play Garrick. I still think you play Garrick. I think at the moment, Roosters will play Raiders. I mean, I don't have to do sit starts just yet. We'll obviously wait. But yeah, we're going to be scuffed in a few positions, but we're also going to be pretty stacked in a couple. So the one thing I was going to mention, if Laurie is dropped, if he's just dropped, there is one thing that could save us this week, and that is if Nico Hines comes back. If Nico Hines is back, oh baby, if I can trade Laurie, I mean, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I would obviously swing Brown to 5'8", trade Laurie up to Nico Hines if he's back this week. I don't know if he is. Obviously, we don't know yet, but there is, he's definitely, he's on the cusp of returning. And it's not that I'd be that confident of Nico Hines going massive just because, with the ankle injury, does he actually goal kick? I mean, if he's good to go, he's good to go. But, I mean, if Laurie's out and I can bring in Nico Hines, I mean, that's a pretty damn good trade in my mind. So, yeah, that's one thing that could save us. Because if Laurie is out, I probably do have to trade him. Because obviously I'm going to have, I mean, depending on my front row, depending on team list, if Curran gets up or Payne Haas miraculously recovers, obviously we'll switch Robson back, which is good. We're probably going to be down a front rower. I can't be down 2 positions, so I'm going to have to trade a 5'8", and it's just that's the big one, right? I don't want to trade. There's not that many 5'8" / halfbacks that I want to trade to, barring someone like a Nico Hines. So it would be a bit annoying if he didn't play this week and then he played next week, because I would have to trade this week. So yeah, we could go really potish. I mean, the Broncos, Adam Reynolds, you probably missed it. I mean, Reynolds, he doesn't consistently go massive, but he did get a big one this week. So let's have a look at. Most trade people are already trading, man. So Galvin, people are trading Galvin. I mean, I guess if you have to trade Galvin, but I don't know. I feel pretty good about holding Galvin for the final round. Josh Curran, fair enough. Semi-Finu, Shaw, Casey McLean, Greg Marju. I mean, I feel like why would you trade Marju? They got the Titans this week. I don't know, a bit strange. People are predicting Hines will be back. They're trading Hines in, Burton, Jacob Little. I mean, Little's been killing it. Joey Tarpany had 97 points. Zach Lomax, he got 73. So I mean, I still really would like Lomax, but thankfully he hasn't really hurt. He's scored really well, but he hasn't hurt us too badly. Let's have a look at some of the top scorers for the round. Obviously Tedesco, Dane Gagai, the super pod in centre wing, continues to go gangbusters, 137. Crichton, Jerome Hughes, 132. So, I mean, a lot of people still own Hughes. That's a big swing for people that do over Sam Walker, Daly Cherry Evans, any of the halfbacks really. Tedesco, Harry Grant, 129. God damn it. Daniel Tupou, Reynolds, 122. Cogger, 120. The pod halfbacks going massive. Satilli, 118. Papenhausen, 100. Cam Pereira. Zayo, 100 points. Matty Burton got 100 as well. That's a bit of a that's annoying. That's annoying. Burton went that well just because he sort of nullifies my Dane Laurie a little bit, but obviously not everyone owns Matt Burton, but still pod-ish. Tristan Saylor, 100 points. I mean, yeah, he's only fullback. I was like, ooh, could you go sneaky little pod there? But nah, he's only fullback. Britton Nikora, Kalen Ponga. So, I mean, all the gun fullbacks went well, but thankfully Ponga, not quite as well with Tedesco or Tommy Trebojevic. Joe Tarpany, Jesse Ramian. So, fucking Ramian, dude. Oh, my God. He's a super pod as well. If I owned Ramian, I'd be so annoyed because, like, he could go so much big. Like, I honestly, obviously, he copped the sin bin, but he does this a lot. Like, he looks like he's on for, like, such a huge score. And then, for whatever reason, he just doesn't quite hit the highs. But he's still been good. He's still been very good over the last few weeks. Joe Offengawi, fucking Tane Milne, Selwyn Cobbo. I fucking, I mean, you know what? A little center wing pod. Like, I don't think I could do it, but Selwyn Cobbo, dude. Selwyn Cobbo. He was busting tackles, taking on the Dolphins. Who do the Broncos got? They got a couple of good matchups. I mean, the Dolphins is a pretty good matchup, and then they take on the Storm, and the fucking Storm are dogs. They're gonna fuck you, Storm, you cowards. They're gonna wrestle their players against the Cowboys this week, and then they're gonna be full strength against the Broncos. You fucking dogs. So yeah, I don't like Cobbo now. That's fucked. Josh King. Who else have we got? So yeah, Appy got 80 still. So yeah, dummy halves went pretty well. The Bay guys. Sorfa-Longo, I mean, fuck. If you, like, it's not going to happen, but surely Bellamy is sort of like, I'm gonna rest Pappenhausen for the last couple of games and just play Sua at fullback. I guess with that, though, especially this week, they're probably going to rest a bunch of players. So Farlongo can still be good, but he won't be. It'll be a little tougher without, like, maybe Harry Grant and maybe a Hughes. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I probably couldn't do it. Sam Stone Street being pretty solid. Fennell Blake 77. Trindle 74. Murray. Yeah. What did DCE get? So how did the halfbacks go? I mean, we know the two pod boys went well. I mean, Hughes, Reynolds, Cogger, but I guess Burton's halfback as well. Trindle, Sean Johnson, Sexton, Atkinson, Schneider, Ben Hunt 50. Yeah, Cherry Evans 41. That's, yeah. I honestly, the more I looked at it, I just wasn't that keen on Cherry Evans. I know Walker didn't score that much more, about 30, but yeah, I don't know. Cherry Evans just, without the goal kicking, I just don't love. Is there any other, like, pods? I mean, Tyron Wishart getting the 5'8" spot back for a couple of weeks. No, I don't know. I mean, I think it's like Nico Hines or nothing, because yeah, we go back here again, looking at it. I mean, the team's still going to be good. It's just the fact that the big one here is what happens with Laurie, because yeah, if Laurie is out of the team, we have to trade him. Like, I don't think there's any other option. We have to trade him. And it's, yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll have another look at 5'8" / halfbacks, but we have to trade him. Like, I think that's a given. Unless something miraculous happens with Payne Haas or Curran. But I think I'm pretty confident I'm going to be down to one front rower, so I'm going to be taking an AE in our front row regardless. So I can't take two, like, nuts, especially in the halfback 5'8" spot, I think. So we'll trade Laurie. If Laurie is playing anywhere, obviously we'll play him, and I'll be very happy to play him. And then front row, I still really, if I can, I still would love to hold the 2 trades for the final round. I really, really would. I mean, I get. So what? Wait. So what do I? That poses a question. If let's say Laurie is playing like 5'8", or even wing still, I sort of doubt it, but he might. If Nico Hines does come back this week, do you trade fucking Dylan Brown to him? Can I even afford that? Maybe you would trade Lockie Galvin. That's interesting. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I still, like, he is the guy to target. Like, he is the guy to target because people are running low on trades. A lot of people don't have any trades, especially now with Cleary out. They probably already traded from Cleary. Some people held just in case, but if you can get in Hines as a super pod, and he might go not that great, but he has the potential to go huge. So you probably do. You probably do use a trade to get Nico Hines if he's back this week, regardless of Laurie. Who would I? I'm just thinking because Dylan Brown and Galvin play each other in the final round of the season. Who would I rather play over Brown and Galvin? Probably Galvin. Probably Galvin. Yeah, can I even afford it? Yeah, we should. I don't think he's that expensive, is he? Surely not. He would have dropped some car. He's cheap. He's very cheap. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, you probably do bring him back if he's named. And then the front row, I mean, it's the only other real concern. I mean, I would love to hold a trade for like a pod option in like a center wing or something. That's why I don't want to do the front row. But let's just have a look. If we. I mean, that's the thing. If we're bringing in the guy that's going to get like 70, 80 points, it's a pretty big upgrade. But who do I want? Because for Nrl Blake, Mitch Barnett, very nice that he's fallen down quite substantially. But both don't play round 27, so you're obviously not going to get them. Joe Tarpany, I mean, he's the obvious one. But fuck, dude, I've already, like... I just don't want him now. He showed last week, like the minutes, he played way more minutes against Penrith. I don't know the reason. I mean, this is the thing I don't get with fucking Stewart, bro. Like, why is he playing 44 and 44 minutes? He should be playing at least 55 every week, up to like 60, but yeah, I don't know, dude. They've got the Roosters and the Dragons. This Roosters game could be a tough one. Dragons, yeah, he could definitely get some tackle bust and offloading. He's looking really good. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, he's a very solid option we could bring in. Is there any other pod front rower? I don't think there will be. I mean, I don't know. Terrell May, no. I mean, fucking Corey Jensen without paying us. He's been very, very good. Who else have we got? Fisher Harris, I mean, he hasn't really been up to that level for quite a while. I mean, there's no one worth bringing in. It's Tarpany or no one. Like, it's just not worth. It's not worth the trade. Like, any of these guys can score 40s. Even Tarpany can score 40, but he at least is, like, very, very good. And he can go, like, 70 plus in base if Stewart actually gives him the minutes. And, I mean, he probably will for the last couple of games. Like, the Raiders need to win. So, there's no reason to ease off Tarpany. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't love it, but if we... Depending on how the team lists shake up, if we're looking a little, like, just stuffed all over, yeah, I can see myself trading. And who would I trade? Probably, I mean, obviously I want to trade Henry. He's playing. Fainu, probably not. because he's got a bye. He'll be fresh for the Spoon Bowl in round 27. You'll love to see it. Payne Haas. Yeah, we'll just get rid of Curran, honestly. I wouldn't get rid of Payne because can you imagine I hold Payne Haas this long and then I get rid of him and he plays the last game of the season? I can't do that. But then that's the other thing, right? If I bring in if I bring in Tarpany and then Payne Haas does play the final game, I've then got another gun player to like choose from, but restings and whatever, we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see our team list shape up. We'll see how we're looking. I think every position's fine. It's just the big one is obviously Laurie / what happens with Nico Hines. I mean, again, if Nico Hines is back, then the Laurie trade to him is easy. If Laurie's not playing, if Laurie's playing, then it's either Brown or Galvin to Nico, I think. I think you got to do it. And then and then we decide if we want to trade in Tarpany. I still don't hate it. Because, like, getting an AE... Like, the AE is not bad. Brayley, 40... I mean, McLean getting 20, like, obviously you don't want a 20 in your AE, but hopefully he can get some attack. Like, generally, I think we got a pretty solid reserves. Like, I think our AE shouldn't really be that much less than 40 on most given weeks. So, yeah. McLean also... Yeah, he didn't play, like, most of the game, did he? I think I stopped watching just before he got injured. Or he copped a head knock or something. Yeah, he played 54 minutes. I don't know what happened to him, but I remember seeing his stats. I'm like, fuck, they're bad. But then I looked, the minutes didn't go up. So I don't know if he's also out. Yeah, I don't know. Probably good for Laurie if he's out. And honestly, good for me. I'm fine because I don't really want to play him this week either. I've got enough players. So yeah, we'll weigh it up. Team list. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys had a good week as well. Make sure to like and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.